Here's a video on 6 easy steps to paint your fireplace at home. My name is Alex, and today I'm going to be painting my fireplace. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. My house is 100 years old, and the brick is starting to look like it's not cute. So anyways, I decided why not just paint over it. Okay, let's get started. I'm excited! Now all you have to do is follow these 6 easy steps to transform your fireplace. Step number 1, you need an outfit. So pick something that you don't care about at all. Step number 2, you need supplies. Now let me show you what you'll need. Let's go. You will be needing a paintbrush. You may need a roller, especially if the surface you are painting is flat. In my case, the brick is very bumpy, so I will most likely be using the paintbrush exclusively. And finally, we have some Vaspar eggshell finish paint with primer. Alright, so step number 3, you gotta clean the brick. If you're anything like me, you just want to jump into it. You want to start painting and you're like, alright, let's do this. I've been waiting forever. I've got the paint, let's just go. No. 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 You have to clean your brick. Make sure that there's no dust. Make sure that there's no dirt stuck between the cracks. You gotta go hard. And you gotta wait for it to dry too. So you're probably gonna be doing this the day before. If you do this properly, then the paint will stick and it'll just look way better. To clean your brick, you will need a bucket filled with hot water and dish soap. You can also use an acid-based soap if your fireplace needs a heavier cleaner. I used a brush with plastic bristles, but you can also buy a metal bristle brush. Finally, I've got gloves to protect my hands and a rug for any mess. Now, I won't be showing you guys how to clean the brick. I'm sure you can figure it out. I'm so mean. So this brings me to step numero cuatro. That's 4. You have to prepare your fireplace for painting. You're going to be using painter's tape and outlining the walls and floors to ensure you don't make a mess. As you can see, I've laid out a plastic sheet and taped it down to avoid it from moving. To avoid costs, you can also use an old bed sheet to protect your floor, which can later be reused. If you're going a darker color like I am, I'm not going to be using a primer first, just because I don't see the point in wasting a bunch of primer if it's already incorporated in my paint. So get a paint that has primer in it already. If your paint doesn't have primer in it already, or you're going from a dark colored brick to a lighter color, you should buy a primer such as this one. You will need to apply an even layer of primer over the entire fireplace and wait for it to dry. The primer will ensure that your color of paint pops and will hide any traces of its previous color. Start painting your brick. My fireplace is non-functional, so I don't ever use it for fires or whatever. So what I use as a paint is just a regular latex paint. It's an indoor paint, you can use it on walls, but if you do have a functional fireplace, you need a heat-resistant paint. Now, this is an important step. You really want to pick the right color. So don't jump into it. Don't go to Home Hardware and just be like, oh, I want yellow. No. I decided to go with a darker color. Super excited. But make sure that you pick a color that you really like and goes well with the space that you have. I asked my mom, she's an interior designer. I was like, hey mom, what do you think? FaceTime them, whatever. What else are you going to do? Quarantine. I'm not hating on yellow. I actually think yellow would be nice. To get into the zone, I usually play some music. I love singing along and just enjoying myself. Have fun. This is supposed to be fun.
That's good.
Okay, so I am loving the way that this looks right now. All right, I gotta go back in. So I just wanted to show you guys how I've been using the paintbrush. So you have to put a decent amount of paint on it. So you dip it in, just wipe the excess. And then you want to go over here to the brick and just pile it on, just like that. You see how quickly the brick is just absorbing all of that paint? Delicious. Beautiful. Now, if there's spots like over here that don't get any paint, you just want to go in with the bristles and dab that so that it gets an even coating everywhere. Now your first coat is on and it's fully dry, but it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to. Maybe you should put a second coat on. So you can do so, just make sure that the first coat is fully dry and then go ahead. Now the moment we have all been waiting for. Thank you so much for watching my 6 steps on painting your fireplace at home. I hope that these tips and tricks were helpful to you and that you use them in the future. If you have any questions or comments, please enter them in the comments section below. Give my video a thumbs up if you liked it, and maybe share with your friends who are at home right now and are looking for a project to do. I know I was sure going crazy, so I mean, this passes the time. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye guys. You want to be doing this cleaning. Maybe I'm like the next Picasso. Why not? Do it. Do it. Thank you guys so much for watching my how-to video on painting a fireplace. I really enjoyed myself. I feel like people kind of take it too far sometimes with these like DIYs and DIY.